Craft, design, and launch NFTs effortlessly across multiple blockchains. From generating high-quality visuals to enhancing audio, scripting, and minting digital assets, Call AI's advanced tools empower creators of all kinds, developers, designers, artists, and innovators alike. Now available on mobile, Call AI brings everything you need into one seamless platform, giving you the power to create anytime, anywhere.
Click the link at the top. I know you probably seen this all over the internet with this with Joy Behar and shit. Woo. I'm gonna play this joint, man. I first I kind of didn't understand the story, and whatnot, but I'm gonna play this real quick. I don't know if you heard this, but I'll play it real quick.
Fox Sports host Joy Taylor is being accused again for using her sexuality to get on a show. In approximately February 2020, Ms. Taylor asked Ms. Faraji to meet her for lunch in Beverly Hills. When Ms. Faraji arrived, she found Ms. Taylor with a man, Emmanuel Acho, Mr. Acho. Ms. Faraji did not know Mr. Acho but could tell that the two were romantically involved. A few months after meeting Mr. Acho at the lunch, Ms. Faraji noticed him in the hallway while at work. Ms. Faraji later asked Ms. Taylor if Mr. Acho also worked at Fox. Ms. Taylor confirmed and explained that she wanted Mr. Acho to eventually recommend her on the show Speak for Yourself. Ms. Faraji became alarmed and warned Ms. Taylor that she should probably not sleep with Mr. Dixon and Mr. Acho at the same time, as Mr. Dixon is a very powerful man that may become very angry. Ms. Taylor told her not to worry about it. She explained that she was also now powerful, and once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her. She would not allow herself to be forced out by Mr. Dixon like other women talent. In approximately September 2022, Ms. Taylor started to work on Speak. Ms. Taylor requested Ms. Faraji to do her hair.
That's what I have to deal with, people. Like, I'm over here focused on the show, and, I don't know what exactly she's doing.
Listen, somebody has to look good around here, okay?
Slick, you see that shade she threw at you, bro? Because you wasn't talking to me.
That was everyone.
Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I got to take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor. A woman, a black woman, daily show, sports. Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in? So often there's misogyny and sexism running rampant in sports, and we don't even care what women have to say in sports. But Joy is not only in the position on television as a woman, as a black woman, but as an opinionist. So not just asking men what they think, but providing her own unique and distinct insight. It's hard to do, and Joy, you have done it. So congratulations. Looking forward to working with you.
Would you leave the game if the seats were high, or if a man took you this place on a first date, what you would do? And I'm telling you, like, every interaction that I have with people now, in some way or another, these things come up. Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money, you're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't kid, because women this and men this, and you're doing
wild situation, bro. Very, very wild situation. I haven't heard Joy say anything. I don't think she will, but what's your thoughts?
Nah, before I get to my thoughts, it's funny as hell because that one the one you just recently we just listened to, that's the one with him in his car talking about how like they said that he was just leaving the door, he keeps smelling his fingers and shit.
Oh yeah.
Look, listen, man, on a serious note, this goes down. Don't be surprised that this type of shit goes down in the workplace, in particular with high profile people. When you look at it sucks because you don't want to be sexist. You don't want to judge certain people based off of their looks and based off of what they've done. You would like to base off their merits, but when you see certain people in their positions and when you listen to takes, like, how the fuck did they get on? Then you look and go, oh, that's how they got on. Bro, I used to work in a nightclub. I used to work in a nightclub, and I used to see these high profile people that may have been or may not have been at Rock Nation brunches recently, going to nightclubs and sit down, and all the bottle servers would go and he would fuck them.
Wow.
And they wouldn't fuck because he was great looking or the best looking. They would fuck because he was a billionaire. And I've seen it over and over again. And that's not alleged. I'm not going to put out any names. It's not alleged. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. They've done it in a nightclub. You see this kind of stuff all the time. And unfortunately, and this is the crazy part, because to go even further, allegedly, Joy Taylor was about to throw somebody under the bus and said that they essayed her.
Yep.
And that's a dangerous part, because you have some of these dirty men now. Now, Emmanuel Acho, he a nigga doing what niggas do. A nigga doing what niggas do. And I'm not making it right or justifiable, but that's what he do, right? This dude in power, and we've seen many of people in power before, they would do this kind of thing, dangle it over somebody's head, and if they don't do it, they will lose a position. So some women feel like they're not in any position to kind of gain any type of success if they don't do it. Well, you had somebody, and I forgot homegirls, Taylor Brooks or something like that, black woman, beautiful, has a journalism degree, took care of business in school, took care of the proper procedures, may have not slept with people, not receiving the same benefits as now one Joy Taylor, who's absolutely gorgeous. Don't get it twisted, but you can see why. All right, you can see why she got to where none of this shit surprises me. And it's just sad that women have to do it to get places. Men in power, corny ass men in power have to kind of dangle this over them. And then the woman has the power to say that she was assaulted when that clearly wasn't the case, man. It's wild and it's messy all around, dog. It's messy as hell.
Yeah, and they trying to like kind of paint like she was willing to make up a lie. And that's the scary part. You know, we haven't heard this side of the story.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I don't think we will. But was she even on the show? Did you check the show out today?
I didn't, but I've been looking all over social media, and I see your boy Acho doing it, but they ain't on the same show anymore because they split up from shows. Because
I know I figured when something happened, I figured she was messing with one of them dudes.
Yeah,
I thought it was maybe shady or something. You know what I mean? But it was the other guy, whatever, the African. You know what I mean? The tether that they call him.
Oh shit!
Shout out to Ocho be hating on it. Hurts, but anyway,
you're corny dude. I mean?
Yeah. He hate on a lot of
brilliant, but he's corny.
Like, yeah. And it'd be funny how these guys want to break down all this tape, but this dude was trash. Him and Chase Daniels, trash as hell. Want to break down shit, but nevertheless, I mean, people they love to hate it and they tune in, you know, to these shows. Yeah, it gives a lot of women a bad name because this is kind of like, for the most part, the reputation that a lot of women carry, or at least is the stigma, especially in corporate America. Like, oh, she slept her way to the top. Remember, they were saying it about Kamala Harris. Judge O'Brien was saying it. So when you see things like this, it's like it's almost. See, I'm not trying to take her side at all, but it's such a male-dominated field. It's almost like she probably, you know, she could speak good, she could talk, or she could do everything good. Maybe at a point in time she wasn't respected.
She played the game.
You know? She played the game. You know what I mean? And you know, hey, and then again, you know, she's attractive. Women, you know, men, they be in the workplace, you with them all day long. You know, male and female things are going to happen. But I think when you cross the line of starting to lie on people and you sleeping around with this person and that person, that's when it gets crazy. Like, people can kind of put the little, you know, the skank or the hoe, or say she's for the streets or 304, whatever they call them. They got all these different names like that. So, you know, I always thought she looked good or whatever, but you always wonder, even like Molly, like, how'd you know what I mean? Like, who are you? How you get to that position?
Right. And it's a shame that you got to think like that, but it's almost like they got a particular prototype that they put in these spots. You know what I'm saying? And you got two men across from in the middle of this one beautiful woman, no matter what that woman looks like. And we don't pay attention to that woman's athletic prowess. We don't pay attention to what she's saying. We pay attention to her. And we listen to the two other dudes. It's almost like they got a formula for that shit, old school WWE type shit. And Joy played the game. Oh, what's her name? Joy Taylor, right? Yeah, you know that's Jason Taylor's sister?
Oh, really? For the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. God
damn, Jay.
Damn, man. This is embarrassing. And then you hear Skip, the woman, the hairdresser, allegedly Skip, offer her 1.5 to sleep with him, and she declined it. And this is where this whole shitstorm started. So that's why Skip got fired. It's a mess over there. And apparently this can get deep for Joy because at the time of all these alleged situations, she was married and then on the verge of either being married or in a relationship. So now they're deposition or deposing those men and what they got to lie for. So if they it's about to get messy.
She was married, sleeping with 2-3 different people.
Yeah.
And about to lie on one. Wow.
Yep.
Allegedly. I never knew she was married.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it goes, don't it?
Like you said, yeah, sure, yeah. We all know that. But yeah, no. Yeah, it's the prototype. Even like if you look at the weather channels now, you know, they'll have like the weather lady is gonna have some big boobs, you know, an ass now, like on these different channels and shit. Now it's like sex now. They want to sell the sexual part of it. Like you said, you ain't listening to what this girl even saying. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Not that she's horrible. I think she's good at what she does, Joy.
Right.
But you trying to see the cleavage.
Yeah.
You're looking at her lips, and we go on her Instagram, and she's putting thirst traps up her on the beach and shit like that. So, damn, my man Acho, man, how was it, bro? Let us know, man. Every guy, when you look at it, every time you put a video up, or you see stuff.
Well, you see how he was trying to be intellectual and do his intellectual shit, but at the same time he kept rubbing.
Oh yeah,
damn, he kept smelling another. God damn, this shit, boy. Ooh, child, sweating and shit in his car. That nigga, he ain't slick.
Oh man, and look, I ain't mad at him, bro. Look, most guys, 9.9 out of 10 guys is gonna go hit that, bro.
They know that they're in that environment. It's a bunch of testosterone and estrogen and sexual energy running around. That's why they do it. That comes with sports, and I'm not justifying any of it because there were people and men at Fox Network that didn't do anything. But there was a lot of motherfuckers that were, and there was a lot of women getting busy too. So that's just the world we live in, man. Men are dogs, women are just as doggier, and man, nobody's safe out here in these streets.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was looking at this joint. That nigga's a clown. I ain't gonna talk about that clown, but yeah, that's crazy, man. Definitely. We'll see how this thing ends up. So you said Skip Bayless was fired because of the allegedly offering a woman $1.5 million for sex.
Allegedly. Now we knew he was fired a little while ago. You know the girl that the female that was originally talking or with Joy Taylor, and she told her not to sleep with Homeboy and Acho at the same time. It don't look good. She did her hair. Well, Skip Bayless offered her 1.5 allegedly in the report to sleep with her, and she declined it.
Wow.
So then that started going on because she was gonna file a lawsuit. So then he got swept under the rug, and then all this Joy Taylor shit came out. So
cool. But yeah, man, great show.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully in studio. That's your brother Sam, man. Viral hip hop news on your brother. Oh God, hip hop news uncensored together. We're the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Over and out.
Deuces.
All right. Yeah, they just getting back, man. Let me get off this joint.
Oh, you good, bro?
Ain't giving Nick enough time. Yeah. All right, I'll holler at you, bro.